All right. Should be back. Should be back. So I got a couple recorded games that were sent to me. People want help. I don't know if I'm the guy to give help, but people want help, so we'll give it to them. Boyd, are you around? Oh, what? Never mind. Okay, so let me download this recorded game. In fact, we can all help as a group. How does that sound? All right, now I need to figure out where extended edition games or recorded games go. I think that's in program files. The program path. Oh, by the way, guys, here, real quick, let me show you something. So the other day, actually yesterday, Cam told me he made a building with Legos, and he told me it's the building where you can make frost giants and fire giants in Asian mythology. And then he showed it to me. And of course, he's talking about the Norse temple. And here it is. I think, minus the flag that he puts on every single Lego building, it kind of looks like a temple. I mean, look at this thing. This guy is awesome. And Cam, if you don't know, is my 6-year-old son. But yeah, here it is. Here is his rendition of a Norse temple. Man, doesn't it look good? So he asked me if I could show it to everybody on the stream. So I told him, why not? So here it is. Yeah, now if I could get a few houses. He told me he wants me to keep it on my desk. So I'm going to keep it on my desk. And that's the wonderful thing about kids. Is that they're awesome. That's the wonderful thing about kids. All right, this is looking good. It should be live. Kids are awesome. I have no time for high school drama. When I see it, I'll just start throwing people out. And no real order. Just anyone who's involved in drama. And if it doesn't stop after one person, we can throw some more out. Let's see. Ain't no cafeteria. Theme apps. Age of Mythology. Hello, Neuro Poster. Good to see you, man. All right, bear with me. I got 2 recorded games to go over here. One was sent to me the other day, and I am looking for the save game folder. There it is. I found it. All right, let's load up Steam here. Hopefully, Steam doesn't lag too much for me. Play 8th Mythology. Yes, thank you. All right, close down all of my excess folders, programs, and such. Who's first? What do you mean, who's first? I'll do you first. You're here. The other guy isn't here. All right. Oh, this is a 2v2? Playback stopped because it's out of sync with the original game. What the heck? What kind of a game did you send me? I can't even get a game in here. Let's see if the other game that was sent to me works. Where did I put it? Why would it go out of sync? Oh, I bet I know. Where do I check my... Do I have to disable blind pick? Well, 2v2. So, when it comes to me... I think it was the blind pick. Okay, should be working. I can maybe throw my... Okay. Can you guys see the game? Alrighty. So I'm not a big build order guy, as you probably know from watching my games. So, boy, how do I get rid of all this crap? Way too big. Get out of my face. There we go. A few months ago. So we're on Alfheim here. As Loki. Wait a minute. Why you built the temple right away? What did you send me? Oh. I love it. I mean, on any map, if you're Loki, you might as well get hunting dogs. Because it's going to be worth it. So did you get hunting dogs? Oh, you thought you were Odin. I don't know if you'd want to even get immediate ravens right away as Odin. I don't know if the value is worth the resources that you get. But I mean, I'd imagine at this point you kind of know a basic build order to get you to where you want to go, so I'm really not going to get too worked up about build orders. Team game is a little bit interesting here. 2-minute advance. The immediate temple is Odin. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, though, like, ravens don't get you goats. So, like, I could almost see it as working on, like, a Oasis low hunt, but they don't get goats, so then it doesn't work. But yeah, obviously we could already see your build order is a little bit jacked up because all that. Now you're getting hunting dogs. I mean, as long as you can get up as Loki at like 445 at the slowest on any map, you're fine. I mean, you can do a build here, a build there. Boit will have some sort of build written on his 10 commandments of boitasticry.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge build guy. Personally, I think most games are won lost in general strategy decisions and military management. So builds, I mean, obviously if your build really sucks, then you're kind of screwing yourself. So we'll just forward past this first part here. Ba. Oh, I got a few raw builds. I don't really use them anymore. I mean, as long as I get to where I need to be at the time I want, I'm fine. Alright, so obviously, you're a little bit slow because of your stuff here. 3 relic monkeys. What is this? The granary wall! Man! Oh, your buddy? I mean, as long as your buddy... Who is your buddy? Leonidas? I mean, your buddy, for him, the problem is his build. Is that it's 535 and he's not aged up yet. And he's got all these resources. This is a nice angled temple here, too. I like it. But, I mean, here it's just really the basics. Is that your friend here is just advancing way too slowly. I mean, really anything past 5 minutes, regardless of the situation, is going to be too slow. You also have him sending 9 villagers here to, hold on. To go to 3 elk here, or whatever they are. So when you look at stuff at like this, you got to think of like the walking time. Oh, now he's building. But I mean, to send this many villagers this far across the map for 3 hunt, by the time they walk this distance, it's really not even worth it at this point. And of course, now he's gonna have to get pushed off anyway. Now you are making things up here. Man, you know what though? Sometimes I miss this aspect of the good old days. Like, you kind of have these good old days on Steam again. Like the good old days on ESO, where I'd play games with my clanmates and I'd see stuff like this, and it just really entertains me. But is this guy flipping his buildings around on purpose or just for fun? He also can't even build his town center now because he put all his buildings right next to it. I wouldn't recommend this, like here. But yeah, I think really, I mean, your friend can just be assisted by just being able to hit age 2 at 5 minutes instead of 6 minutes. I mean, he has a ton of economy. He built his town center and stuff, and that's good. Boy, see, like, my recorded games go so slowly. Like, I can't really watch them in normal motion because it's, like, at half speed. Do keep in mind, like, your ox cart, you generally want him on the top half of the gold mine because it's longer. It's a rectangle, not a square. And at this point, I mean, your typical Loki play is you only want, like, 8, 9, or 10 Herseer max. So this is a good little fight here for you. You aren't losing HP or anything. But you're only at 1 town center, now building a second. See, most of the time it's best for Loki just to do a 1 town center heroic in team games. Because the whole value of Loki is the mobility of the army, where he can fight here and then attack down here. So like what you do is you get the enemy to get all their army up here, and then you move down here, then use flaming weapons, and you absolutely roll this guy because everybody's army is way up here. So yeah, generally a second town center is Loki. You don't really want in classical age. Your goal is just to get heroic while doing damage and keeping the enemy in the base. You got a lot of value out of these units here, though. I mean, I don't know if green has killed a single unit of yours. Well, now he killed your Valk. Here comes the rain. What kind of rain? Like, eco up, good eco. Oh, man, look at him go. He's ready. Like, your fights are good. Good unit management. I mean, you really didn't lose anything, and you were just mopping up all sorts of units from green. And yeah, here also you have to think about what kind of damage are you doing attacking this temple? But like at this point, killing a temple, which is 200 gold, 200 resources, really doesn't give you anything. You should be looking for villagers. You're still taking nice fights there. I mean, you lost one there, but like you should just bypass this temple. I mean, look at all this. I mean, you kill 4 villagers, and that's just as much damage as a temple as far as sheer resources, but then you're also preventing them from building from the villagers from gathering until they're at max vill again. So like if you kill 1 villager at 4 minutes, you can essentially think that he's minus 1 villager until he's at full villager cap. Being housed or being at pop cap kind of changes things, but so if you're minus 1 villager, I mean, you can kind of just estimate how much resources a villager gathers a minute, and until he's rebuilt that eventual villager towards the end of his boom, he'll have lost resources every minute. So again, like here, Loki's kind of goal until you're heroic isn't really to fight army on army. Now you're winning this fight, so this isn't so bad, but you can do more damage getting on economy. And that would be... Yeah, that's good. I mean, he doesn't have a hero, so, like, kind of fight this forever. You're running anyway. But, I mean, we still got this wood line that's wide open. The rest of the stuff not super wide open. But yeah, you're like... Because you got that second town center, you're a couple minutes behind where you could be. Because also, keep in mind, as Loki... Ooh, shouldn't be getting a 3rd town center either. Like, your big power surge is early heroic, and grabbing a town center kind of delays that power surge. But remember that aging up is essentially a line upgrade for Herseer. So the sooner you age up, the sooner you get that second upgrade for him. Like, I think it's actually slightly better than a line upgrade aging up is for Herseer. Let's see. That doesn't show, which is kind of annoying. So he's at 39 hit points, so I'm not sure. I'd have to look in the stats. I like this. What are we going over here? We still got the swallow granary. And now, of course, blue, I think, maybe just doesn't... Probably isn't very experienced. So your goal is, remember what I said about Loki, and especially important in team games, is you have mobility with your army. Green does not. So now that you've seen Green's heroes here, don't attack here. Go somewhere else. Maybe you do that, maybe you don't. But you think of where is the easiest spot for you to do damage, which is now not here, technically, because now he's got his 2 heroes, but his army's way out of position. I mean, they're going to get a raid on your units. So, I hope you don't come back to defend this with your army. You should attack. Generally, oh, see, this is wrong. You attack here. Generally, responding to a raid, if you can just retreat your units, is the wrong thing to do. You want to attack. Because you know, like if you get your villagers in a safe spot, his army is then way out of position. But since you've now come back, and now I think maybe you're kind of realizing, oh, I guess I mean, you're going to get to kill him anyway, I guess, but now you've lost your 2 battle board. Like if you would have attacked up here with your whole army, these units wouldn't have done anything anyway. So you could have just ignored them and rolled this town center. I mean, sure, it looks great because you wiped up his army. But you could have had his army way out of position, wiped him up, wiped his army up after you took this town center down. And like it would have been, you attack here with your whole army, you kill his 2 heroes, the town center goes down. His army is still way over here. You would have been able to come here and use flaming weapons and killed his main base, and then it would have just been game over at that point, because it would have been a 2v1. And that's what I mean. So you might be able to... It looks like you're probably going to do it anyway, but it's a little bit delayed. And now that there's an underworld, you might be able to... Yeah, blue maybe could come over and help. But like now this attack is like 2 minutes delayed. You could have forced the ceasefire beforehand. So the whole attack is 2 minutes delayed. It's a bit laggy because extended edition isn't good for him. My game doesn't like extended edition. I can maybe close this down. It's mainly actually more me. So here's your flaming weapons, but see now he has 3 heroes and a fortified town center. And so yes, you will win this fight. Ramses is... Whew, blue is kind of in a bad spot here. But see, this is actually a good kind of wreck to show, because you're winning your side, which in the end might make you feel like you played decently. Which you played decently, but you could have played this quite a bit better. Even beyond, you know, looking at idle villagers or builds or techs and just looking strictly at military movement, where your big mistake here was coming back to defend a raid that wasn't going to do anything anyway. So now that's put you like 2-3 minutes behind. Probably a little bit more now because he's got technologies and stuff that is delaying your push. Like, now we've got an underworld, so now the Ra's probably going to come and try to save his buddy. If you rush this, you might actually be able to kill it. Oh, no, he's got too much army. Yeah. Now you're 2-on-1. You probably should have fallen back here. You're losing a lot of army here over a fight that's kind of for nothing. So, like, here, when you think about it, why did you fight this? Because winning this fight for you doesn't do... It's not like... I mean, you would be able to get access to this town center, but you're probably not building it anyway. You probably should have fallen back to here. And still, you should fall back to here. Because again, think of, again, where is your most useful, where's your army going to be most useful at? Now, I know he's got the underworld, so that kind of hurts you quite a bit. Because now, even if you use your mobility to come down somewhere else, like, you're kind of screwed. But, like, what you could have done is just retreat from here. Leave some army here to defend against the Zeus hoplites, but then maybe come back here or something. Like, you'd have 2 town centers without an underworld to protect. I like how you tried to wall this up, but you didn't need to anyway. But, like, yeah, now, because the Ra hasn't been touched by your buddy who... He's trying. Now you're kind of screwed, because you probably can't kill green at this point. Because if you ever get to this pushing point here, then Teal can just jump in the underworld and save his buddy. There's the raids here. Man, we were talking bad about this dude earlier, but this granary wall here, there's something to it. Yeah, that is also what Simtom is saying is also true, is you have a lot of resources, or you did have, but you only had like 3 military buildings up here. And so you just can't fund the reinforcements. Like, look at Green. At least one thing he does have going for him is he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 7 buildings to replenish, and you only have 3. So while your army probably was equal to his, he reinforced so much faster. And remember that Norse units are probably of all the slowest to train. I think they are the slowest. Like, they're generally even slower than Greek. So it amazes me how close you are. Like, you're way ahead in score, which I think is just because outside of these couple losses, like, your kill-death ratio is pretty insane. But now you don't have an army. I mean, theoretically, Green, like, at this present moment, is almost in a better spot than you are. You'll probably be able to put this town center down, too. Oh, you got both upgrades? Wow. Oh, Green's value. No, the rate on the gold. Or, no. Okay, oh, yes. A little while back. And, oh, yeah, there's the GG. So, yeah, I mean, you could change a few things with your build. I think it's better to go 1 town center heroic here. I don't think the 2nd town center is really needed. The 3rd town center, I mean, at some point you do have to get a 2nd town center, so, you know, it's not terrible, because it's sitting at 115 pop, it's hard to do anything. But, to me, the main issue... Yeah, the temple, but, I mean, that's all stuff you know. I mean, so why tell you? You know? But I think the main thing is... What you did with your military when he raided you. And now it's not a hard and fast rule, but I think oftentimes it's almost better when someone raids you is to raid them rather than defend. Because if you come back to defend, then he can just run his army away, theoretically, depending on what he's raiding with, and then now your army is kind of done nothing, and now he's one up on you. But if he raids you and you're able to get your civilian units to safety, it's far better if you've already got a raid going at him, because then it's going to equal out. But if he raids you, you react to his raid by defending, you're kind of behind anyway. Now, in this case, because he raided with way too many Toxotes and he was way out of position, you could clean his army up. But even so, it would have been better for you to attack up here. And poor Blue, he just kind of got mesmerized by all the granaries. So I really can't say about Blue. I think Blue is probably just experience, really. It is what he needs. But anyway, I have another recorded game I was going to go over with... I need to find where I put it here. What did it look like as a download? It was from a Nick Demand or something like that. Where did it go? I'm gonna have to re-download it. So, yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, I honestly think, and I think it's true even of top players, that most games are won lost not really because of balance or imbalance, but because of some sort of either strategical mistake or, which I consider this part of a strategical mistake, is a army mismanagement, attacking the wrong spot, being at the wrong spot. So I got, where is Nick here? Where's Nick's message? Replay version 16:32:10. 16:32:10. So Nick isn't here, but we'll let him know. The recent one for this one, is it? Do I have the micro water map? I don't. Yeah, I mean, well, we could talk about it when we get into this game. So this is Nick Man versus Hope Shiva. Is this really Hope Shiva? I think Hope Shiva was like a really old player from my time. So Nick is Hades. Oh, overlay. Forgot I even change it. Man, you guys are the best. I don't have the water micro. I could probably use it because my water micro sucks. So as Hades here, Greek on Anatolia, you kind of have a decision. Do you make a granary and eat your boar? Actually, ooh. Here's actually with how close the boar spawned, he could probably have lured them to about here. And I don't think he would have needed to make a granary at all. You gotta watch just a little bit idle time here. But yeah, if you put a villager here, the boar would probably be able to get to within here, which is worth it. Then I wouldn't build a granary because they're gonna gather faster than goats. But whether or not it's better, because if say his boar were a little bit further where they weren't able to be next to the town center, is it better to just go on your goats and save the wood for more fish? I'm not sure. Not on Anatolia, I don't really know. But yeah, speaking generally about army, getting back to that a little bit while we watch the arcade cage here, is just remember that your army is most effective where the opponent is weak. Now, I think a lot of time, and it's very easy to get into this mindset, is that players get into this tunnel vision where they see a forward base or they see a town center, and it's the closest place to attack, and then they just attack it over and over and over and over and over, and eventually they might push through the town center and win, or they might, their attack doesn't work out and then they lose. But I think that oftentimes, if you can't just steamroll it, it's almost always better to attack somewhere else. Hit the economy, get yourself ahead tech-wise, and then later on you can push through easier. But hey, it's good to see you sometime in the chat. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Now, Nick, I would say you should build a storehouse here. You could say it's a matter of taste for do you build a granary for your hunt, but you should build a storehouse for your wood villagers. It's a little bit too much walking time here. I mean, by the time you consider walking time, the storehouse will pay for itself pretty quickly anyway, especially with this many villagers. So you should have a storehouse. Now, how that, you have to switch up your build maybe a little bit. I mean, one slower fishing ship, but you're going to get more resources in the long run. Especially now, I hope you build a storehouse. Yeah, you should build a storehouse. There you go. There you go. I know the eagerness is always to kind of save resources, but at some point you're spending resources by saving resources in a way. Also, this is the point where if you watch most good Greek players, it's pretty much requirement is that you storehouse 2 forests, because I mean, look what we got going on here. And EE pathing is a little bit worse than the original, but I mean, you didn't do yourself a ton of favors with where you put your storehouse. It's kind of in this alcove, and it's really hard to drop off. But yeah, you you want 2 storehouses. For your, it might get a little better now, but yeah, you want 2 storehouses for your wood. Good to see your dock over here. Athena, your Hades, Athena, Ares, they both do okay. Your advance time is actually pretty decent for your build. I mean, you'd want it to be a little bit faster. 5:15 is maybe a little slow. Generally, if you can hit 5 minutes every game, you're in a good spot. You're also housed, but that's okay. But we can see here, I don't know if you're trying to age up, but another thing to kind of consider, which again, easier said than done, is that if you're floating resources but not spending them, you might as well not have the resources. I think you're just housed a little bit, so that's kind of screwed you over. And yeah, well, you're wanting to fight under here. Let's see, does he have docks on both sides? He does. He's chasing your boat. Hello, Trust. Yeah, I got a few recorded games to watch. I got another one somebody sent me, too. What's up, King Morfoy? How you doing? Throwing away his army here. At this point, so what you'll see from most good players on Anatolia is not really trying to push through and win the water, because you, with the way docks are, you kind of have to overexpend to win water. But you're doing a good job pulling your army back here, and he's not really paying attention. You should have targeted down his longboats instead of the Valk there. You could have killed all his longboats while he wasn't paying attention. Now, what you should think about. So because of just a little bit ago you pulled him here and he didn't notice, you should pull him again, because he's probably not going to notice the second time either. In which case you could have had him chasing down here, most likely. It looks like mechanically you're probably a little bit better of a player than he is. Which, if you notice that, try to take advantage. Yeah, Hope Shiva, that's an old name. Almost positive. From Ajax. Now, you have eco upgrades. Hand axe. You should definitely by now try to have hand axe and pickaxe. And probably even per sign. Remember, if you can just defend long enough, that 300 resources you put in a per sign will pay for itself pretty quickly. Especially in Anatolia. You usually get it pretty quick. Yeah, I bet if I go on RTS Sanctuary, there'll be a Hope Shiva on there. Now, whether or not it's the right one, I don't know. But Hope Shiva is kind of an unknown name where I don't think people would really do. Nickman, he isn't here, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to do it when he's around, so I'm just doing it now. You can send me questions. Now, here's another thing. So this does get into where can you best use your units. Attacking this dock with your boat should not be what you're doing. You should be sitting on his fish. You can prevent all of this from being fished right now. You also need to stop building boats. You're overproducing now. Which, because you aren't up here, and I think you just turned the auto queue off. Yeah, you did. But yeah, it's killing that dock was kind of unimportant. What race are these players? I don't know. I don't know how to check. But you should have sat up here a while ago, because he was able to get some resources in that he shouldn't have been able to get. You should probably also send another villager up here to dock again. Ooh. Okay, so you have the map scouted. At this point, are you trying to double grab town centers? Ooh. You're gonna find yourself, I think, in a little bit of a bind grabbing 2 town centers now. Well, you're probably, if he attacks properly, he can eventually kill this one. The poor Kraken spawn over here. And yeah, Simtom is also right. With this point, you're not going heroic. You should be getting your eco upgrades. Eco upgrades, especially the second line, are really strong. Well, you got your second bow upgrade, but you're missing your gold upgrade. You should have both of them by now. But I think you're going to end up finding yourself in a little bit of a bind here where, unless he just is really defensive, he can probably gold starve you. Because the double town center grab without an army is pretty greedy. But he's really defensive here. Well, I already played earlier, King Morphle. You missed it. Town centers are a little bit rough for you because of where the wood spawned. They're kind of blocked off. Let's see what Hope Shiva's doing. Like, Hope Shiva, he's also grabbing a town center, which actually makes this a little bit better for you. But like, if he didn't grab this town center and went forward, he would be fine. He actually doesn't have this one scouted. He missed it. Generally speaking, unless you're Ra, you should try to get a forward town center before a back one. Because if you don't get your forward one when you can, and then later on they're able to take it from you, then you might never get your forward town center. Now he knows this. Now he's getting his forward town center. So he kind of flipped it around a little bit here. Where'd this forest fire get used? Oh, right there. Yeah, so I'd say for you, Nick, a little bit slow on eco upgrades. I know your fishing upgrade was slow, and you don't have your gold upgrade yet. So you're kind of stuck in Classical Age for a lot longer than what you should. You should also build a dock up here. At this point, still getting these fish is probably good for you. Man, this is a really tentative game here. Like, red could just absolutely smash your forward right now. Instead, he's getting this dock, which it doesn't really matter anyway. Like, he could flatten you. Now you're out of gold. Now, my question for you is, why are you going to your forward gold mine with all your villagers like this when you've got this one still? Maybe you're saving it for later? But yeah, now you got pickaxe. Yeah. Right, this right here, I mean, like, fundamentally, like, you're not far off. It's just the macro behind this. Like, with a little bit better eco management, getting technology sooner, and getting the resources that you need, you could have aged up in this similar situation like several minutes prior. So you've kind of just kind of cost yourself just time. Like, and if you're 2 minutes ahead of where you're at now, you might be able to defend this. But yeah, now you're probably gonna get gold blocked here. Maybe cast sentinels. You probably should cast sentinels. So right now, you probably, like, the alerts are going off. Nice curse. But yeah, you don't have an army, and you kind of threw your army in. I like... Maybe someone else could say, but I like Hippocon here against Norse. Hippocon are a really strong unit. And see, now you're gold blocked because of just the delay that it took you to age up and get an army. Like, you've got military buildings up here, but you didn't have any down there. Like, if you're at full pop here, you're able to defend this. But the downside for you is because you had no scouting, you didn't know what army he was making. So theoretically, if you had a ton of Hippocon and then he showed up with a whole bunch of Ulfsarks, you'd be kind of screwed. But that's where scouting helps here. Oh, and you're right. Raptor AOM is correct. But Odin can't get it anyway. Odin does not get Bragi, which gives the Ulfsark upgrade for against cavalry. Because base Ulfsark don't even get an attack bonus versus Hippocon. So against Odin, I would say, and maybe a better Greek player would disagree with me, but I would say against an Odin, your comp should almost always just be Hippocon Toxodi. Because he really doesn't have anything that's going to counter your Hippocon. But now, I don't know what you're going to try to do at this point. I mean, you could try to get a trade route in like an earthquake or something. But go Hephaestus. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the upgraded Jarl. He's so scared about this. The upgraded Jarl text, that takes a long time. By then you should be in a decent position. Ooh, your Taxoids are shooting at the tower. Yeah, you just little more care with your units. I mean, you've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You lost like 12 units there without really fighting at all. Which, I mean, again, if you're not a super fast player, it's hard to keep up with all of that. But that's something just to be aware of. So the nice thing about your build is that it really distracted him, and Plenty Vault is really good. Watters, well, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, those games went well for me. You'll probably win this fight now. Yeah, with the restoration. So actually, your side build, even though it really didn't do anything, like realistically, because it got his entire army to come up there, it's actually allowing you to get your town center. So in a way, although the side build didn't need to be very effective, because he could have really just ignored it, because how are you're not Zeus. You couldn't have pushed with your units anyway. And again, this kind of goes to what I was saying about last game, is that typically running back to defend a raid is worse than going forward and attacking. Because you had no units that could have realistically killed this in any quick time. I mean, you would have had one Petrobolus. So he could have easily prevented this. But because he didn't, now you're in a decent position again. I mean, now you've got your gold back. Where's he at economically? Oh wow, he's got a ton of eco too. Whoa! 5,000 wood. Scraping the barrel when it comes to gold. Gotta watch your hero though. So, again, AOM isn't a huge micro-intensive game. But there are a few times when you do need to be able to micro just a few units. And heroes are kind of one of them. Heroes on myth units. Now you do have... Oh, you don't have Masons yet. Get Masons. The building upgrades are really good. Especially against Norse. Again, your hero here is distracted. You think you'll save it anyway. So that's good. At this point, you should win. Because he doesn't have a whole lot going for him. not got much. Like, you should be able to. You're not even here. You're gonna watch this later. But Nick the man should win this at this point. A little bit lacking in armory upgrades. Like, nothing for your... Are you trying to get... Ooh. I mean, that's okay. Kind of okay anyway. Alright, yeah, I think you've forgotten about your armory upgrades. Because you don't even have a blacksmith right now. I'll see if you could have... You could have pressed your advantage here. But here's the thing, is because your units aren't upgraded enough, you can't quite kill his army. But, yeah, send your army up here, though. I mean, you might as well fight. Oh, nice to get your... I didn't even see your Perseus in there. And now, you need something to stand in front of your archers. Because the raiding cavalry with 41% pierce are going to live for a very long time. And pure archers are... Oh, no! Okay, so... If you know me... I hate burning pitch. It's a terrible technology. Very rarely is it useful. Very rarely. So the fact that you got burning pitch first... Oh, that really grinds. Really grinds me. And then there's shooting. You got a lot of units that are shooting at your the longhouse here. Yeah, so what you should have done, once you cleaned out his army, you needed to come up here and sit on this spot. Because you allowed him to... You were at full pop, and he was at like 110 pop, and now he's full pop again. Now I'm guessing you got burning pitch because Hades, Kira Ballista are really... yeah, not Kira Ballista. Gastrophates are really good and benefit from burning pitch. The problem is, you're not at a position where burning pitch... Gastrophates are going to help you anytime soon. You need more military buildings too. This is kind of a similar problem to what we saw last game with Fenrik, is that there's not enough military buildings because you're floating a lot of resources, but you can't really keep up. I mean, you're gonna fight back now, but like you could have been at 160 pop like a while back ago. Is Shiva, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna go like for the Ragnarok here? Man, you gave me a long one. Alright, now your armory upgrades are coming in. The cheaper armory upgrades. Again, I'd still like to see Hippocon here. Because actually, I know people think this. Hoplites don't actually get a bonus against cavalry. So they aren't really counters to cavalry. Oh, you should fight. Now you're being a little too pensive. Masons is really coming slow. Are we gonna go for a base trade here? You should. But what in the world? You should delete villagers. So late game fishing ships are really inefficient. You also should be getting your upgrades. So I think the one big thing we can say here that I'm seeing is that you're just slow to get a lot of your upgrades. Like by now you should have both building upgrades. You have one. You've been slow getting line upgrades. You're slow to get eco upgrades, slow to upgrade your units overall. But I don't mind this base trade here. I like it. You should be killing his town center. These random buildings here. I mean, maybe the house is fine. but you should get on the town center. Instead, you're kind of just killing buildings that don't matter. Now you're popped. Like, you could have had this town center down by now. Like, no Colossus upgrade either. Now, there you go. Okay, now the town center will go down. He's building that. But, like, you could have probably been building this town center by the time he's building yours. All these towers here. A lot of idle villies. There's tier. Oof. Didn't really do too much at this point. Your economy is good. You'd almost actually benefit from losing villagers. Again, watch your units. You've done this quite a bit over and over, in that your units are attacking buildings when there's other units to attack nearby. Yeah, I see you lost your entire army there without actually shooting at buildings. The one downside with the base trade here is that you did lose your vault. What I would have liked to have seen here, instead of all of these towers, throw down a few military buildings so that you could take this back. Because you forced him to come back, where if you would have had some military buildings down here, you could now push through and get this recovered back too. Now you're kind of running out of resources. I don't think these should go there. At this point, you kind of need to get your base back. This is a fun game. I still think you're in a winning position. Just losing, though, the vault is big. And you don't... Oh, you have a trade route. You got a nice trade route. Does Nick. And you've got fully upgraded buildings now, right? Yeah. Where is Shiva's trade route? Do you even have one now? Like, the only place he's getting gold out of is, I guess, selling at the market? At this point? I like a good base trade. I love it. One thing you can also consider, Epaspis aren't a bad unit either. They train super fast too. Okay, now, alright. Okay, nice. Now you got your military buildings down here. You got a nice trade route. Oh, look at this wall around his market. Oh, I love it. Oh, he hasn't even noticed. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now are we going to rebase trade here? Look at the resources you guys have. Well, Shiva has a ton. Yeah, right now Shiva is losing. The only reason he's ahead in score is because he's got 10,000 resources. Now he just sold a ton. Okay, this army, you should have come down here quicker with all your army. Okay, so he's cleared dots out. Man, what? You give me like a 5-hour game here? Taking advantage of my goodwill. Alright, now we're back where we started. But he still has no trade route. Still looking at no champion Toxotes yet, or champion infantry. Oh, no. This is going to be... Okay, good. I was a little worried this is going to be another one of your throw away your entire army kind of a deal. And your kind of upgrades he got. Does he have the Sons of Sleipnir? No, he doesn't. You don't have your last armory upgrades yet either. Or upgraded siege. Yeah, this kind of a running thing here is just a lack of upgrades overall. Where's your arm? Oh, You don't have any army. Again, what we're looking at, you don't have military buildings. But you got 2 here. And you have 2 here. And you have a fortress here. But Gastrophades are awful against units. This isn't a tournament game. I played my tournament game earlier. Now, I had somebody send me a video or a recorded game. Oh, the raiding cavalry just melted underneath the towers. But you shouldn't be making Gastrophades out of this anymore. Upgraded siege is really important. Nice hold here. Nice hold. Because somebody wanted me to comment it. Coaching session. Daddy, the dad is in. I'm throwing away some here. This war would be nice to maybe have a little bit of a side build to attack here. It just depends on what your speed is. Like if you're able to do it, the more locations you can attack from, the better. And now these Gastrophades will come in handy. This trade route of 0 resources. Nick coming back with a huge comeback here. I like it. I like it. Again, you're attacking a building while your army is fighting. Whoa, the shades. Alright. Don't tell me you let this go up. There they are. They're coming. Yeah, no, you're right. It's a nice way to run this trade if you're able to keep it safe. Oh, don't let this go up. Don't let this town center go up. Where's all your army pooling to? Oh no, that town center shouldn't have gone up. Up here. Okay, here comes a nice little side build. Again, you need to delete all your fish at this point. They're so inefficient. Don't need them. Yeah, blue has way too much economy now. Way too much. Pulling with the villagers. Trying to clear up space. Getting these Taxoi should be shooting at the... Okay, there you go. Alright, he's only got... Like, you can hold this. He's only got 1 siege unit. That's fine. Alright, the villager push. I like it. Yep, there goes the vills. Yeah, if you got so much economy like this, the vill push there, I don't have a problem with it. That's good. I mean, what are the ratings? I'm not sure what the ratings are. And there it is. Hey, Nick! He comes back in the end to win! Yeah, he has no farm economy, but he does have the plenty vault, which... And he's also not making a ton of food units. It's mostly archers. But yeah, fishing ships, even upgraded, are worse by efficiency than upgraded farms. So it would be better just to delete all the fish. And if you're going to delete 3, 6, 9, 12 fish, just put 9 villagers on farm. 8, 7, something like that. But yeah, I would say the main thing here is just upgrades. Nick was just kind of behind on upgrades the entire game. Just a little too slow, and that's kind of what put you in spots where you didn't want to be. You didn't get upgrades, and then you didn't get in the middle fast enough. I don't know why Red sent his entire army to kill this side build, but he did, and that lets you get this back, and that kind of saved you, actually. That saved the game for you. But yeah, I think the takeaway here is just more upgrades is what you need. Just get them faster. And then maybe a secondary thing, just watch your army. A lot of times where they were shooting at buildings when there was a fight going on right around them. That happened a handful of times. Okay, all right. Let's see. See what we got here. I had somebody else send me a game here. Oh, man. This might be a troll game. John Arbiter versus KMart. Somebody's name is KMart. Oh man, John Arbiter versus Kmart. Now what I do need to do, Hope Shiva. That's a name I'm almost sure is from the olden days. So let's check. Let's check if Hope Shiva is an old player. Almost positive. Almost positive. Nick probably just beat some guy that's yeah. I was right. Hope Shiva is an old player. Here he is all the way back in 2005. Used to be pretty good. I thought so. Yeah, you go on RTS Thanks right here's gains of him versus the experts in my time. Ah. So you, Nick, if it's the real Hope Shiva, you beat a guy who used to compete with the best players, kind of second tier best players back in the old days, 2004, 2005. Also known as no, that's not. But yeah, Hope Shiva. I thought it was an old name. I don't have a problem with him taking the third town center. It was just he didn't have an army. I mean, he could have. What he should have done was take the third town center, the forward one, and not his back one, and then put all those resources he had into an army instead, so that he could defend. But all right, yeah, that is the link. Wyatars, if you're watching Boyd's uploads of the Champions League, he's quite a bit behind. So if you take a look at the stats and stuff, you'll get some spoilers. So all right, let's go on to this next game here. How old is this game? I don't think John plays Kronos anymore, does he? All right, I'm gonna remember to change my overlay. How's that sound? How do I zoom in? There we go. All right, we got Kmart in the blue versus our good friend John Arbiter. So Kmart's Ra. Okay, all right. Ra versus Kronos. I don't know who Kmart is. I don't even know if this is maybe a troll game where he just wants me to watch a game where John Arbiter gets rolled. Here's the Ra here.
You need to.
Okay, so I'll assume it's naughty. So here's the thing. Travo, yeah, I'm on YouTube. Hello. As Ra, you shouldn't. I don't know. Not sure if this is a bit of a troll. I don't know. But Ra should not be building obelisks. You should just be empowering in your base. You should also have gotten hunting dogs. Even if you're going for an early rain on a map like this, hunting dogs is going to pay for itself by the time you rain anyway. So your Pharaoh should be empowering your... The Pharaoh should empower the resource generally that has the most villagers dropping off to it. Because that will give you the most bang for your buck. Because the Pharaoh gives 25% resources back. So 8 times 25% is a whole lot more than 3 times 25. So there you go. There it is. Well, John Arbiter. Yeah. Don't build obelisks, Ra. The whole game plan is Ra is to do as minimal scouting as possible and just get enough resources and stuff. Just know where the stuff is to get to heroic age. It's generally what you want. Because the Ra is a 15% eco boost, so you'd have your 25% here, and then you'd have your 15% on your gold. Nice board lure, actually. Came all the way from here to there. That's nice. Because the build's been a little jacked up. Oh, taking a town center here. You're a little slow. Are you some sort of Vil rush? Get on the Rhino now. You're 11 food. There you go. You had to cancel a villager. Alright, we're gonna see a Vil rush here. Now, there's no way that this Vil rush should work. But it is against John Arbiter. I guess maybe that's why there was no... things are a little clear here, but the build was still pretty questionable to get to where you're at. Get a Vil rush. Actually, Vil rush works pretty well against New Town Center, I think. Should be able to clear. Here's the rain to block the shockwave. Okay, here's a tip for you. Whichever town center whatever villager the town center is targeting, pull them off, hit Alt S so they're defensive stance, and then heal them. And your priest can heal them reasonably similar to the rate that the town center kills them. So you don't lose villagers then, or very few. So you pull this back, pull her back, just put her on Alt S right here, heal it. And she'll last a long time. Oh, yes, yeah, that is right. Atlantean town centers are stronger. How to get better playing with Egyptian gods. Just keep in mind that the whole point of being Egyptian, unless you're like set, is defensive early into a big push mid to late game. There's no way this works. Oh, man. Like, in that situation, you don't even bother, as the Atlantean here, you don't bother to repair the town center. You just fall back to here and build two barracks and a counter barracks, and you should be good. Oh, I think I know what this game is. Someone told me about it. Is this the game that ended in a draw? I think it is. The blue has no villagers left. He's just got this army. And I think red loses his units too. All in. Go in here. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. He has one villager left. Oh, man. So it's one villager. John has where's his other units? Oh, he's got some oracles down here. Pull him back and cast Valor. Oh, he's trying to get on this pig. He can't do anything. He has one citizen left, and blue is 0. Oh no, he has 1 hit point on this guy. Oh man. Neither one has a villager.
Enito. Greek. Enito.
2 priests,
Enito.
a Wadjet, and that's it. Now, blue should win this because he can just come in here and attack the town center with the Wadjet and then pull him back and heal him and then come back and attack it again. And eventually, after 321 of those shots, he'd win.
Greek.
And yeah, he does get the free Pharaoh too, you're right. So blue should win this. Just needs to go back and forth and kill this. Yeah. Blue maybe doesn't know that John has no units. But yeah, I mean the Pharaoh can just come in and get a whack. Get a whack every little bit anyway. I think I heard about this. I think they ended up just doing a save. Yes, the Wadjet regenerates. Priest can heal. Yeah, he could come in here and fight and attack this, kill it. There we go. Oh no, not the priest first. Oh, we got a Valor. Still though, these guys can't regenerate. And these units can. So stupid. Yeah, I'm thinking KMart thinks that John has a citizen somewhere. So that's why he's searching. Because those oracles confused him. The fact that they showed up kind of confused. Well, you could save this. Like, say he got the relic that did a trickle of food. He could do that. But I don't think it's on the map. Oh yeah, there you say. No, you could have killed this. You got regenerate. And your Pharaoh comes back if infinitely. You'd eventually win. Kmart should eventually win. Oh, this is funny. Too busy trash talking with John. You know what? Sometimes that's worth the win anyway. Oh, man. Alright, do we have another wreck or something? Alright, so yeah, this ends in a draw. Alright. Funny game. Oh man, do I have somebody else send me a message? I heard a bloop. Nope, nope, nope. I can. I don't know. Maybe I'll play. Somebody want to play me on the... I'm gonna play a game. Extended edition game? Anybody? Rare opportunity to play me on extended edition? Finish this game. They don't finish though. It just draws. So I already stopped it. They both mutually agree to stop playing that game. Alright, I'm hosting a game here. Yeah, blue should win! He has healing. Should not have accepted a draw. Should not have accepted a draw. Full speed ahead. Not what he only had 321 hit points. Yeah, I mean it would have taken a while, but you would have won anyway. What god do you want me to go there, Victor? Yeah, you would need to kill anything that would be able to train units. It wouldn't have taken too long. Does anybody... What god is Victor going? Anybody want to see me play a specific god here? I don't know much about Chinese. Kronos? Sure. Alright, can you guys see game? Oh no, you can't. Let me close this out. Alright. John's point of view. You didn't have much of a John point of view there. Vengewurm wants Odin. How old am I? I'm 33. I thought I was 32 until I remembered I was 33 like a week ago. I've heard Leto is really strong. I don't know if it's worth going with Leto or not here. If it's a little bit leggy, I'm sorry. It's extended edition. It lags a little bit for me. That's Kronos here. You got a few things you can do. I'd say that Zeus is better than Kronos, because Zeus's heroes are super strong. Ooh, Cheerless Auto. I could do. Yeah, he would be expecting a rush. I could almost do 2 town center. I hope he doesn't have my stream up anymore. Yeah, we can do that. It's been a while since I've done that. Good idea, Raptor. That's why I got you around. I like it. This relic. Anvil of Feistus. Yeah. I'll take a second town center.
Bureg. Herjos. Skobos.
Okay. Cheerless Auto is. I like it. Especially if he makes hoplites.
Skobos, Osto, Mak, Mos Intem.
I'm probably gonna want to get on the Borax. Hell nah.
Bureg, Mak, Schwest.
This villager will go to gold. I guess might as well do it now. Alright, I don't want to see him on. I don't want him to see me on all gold here. In fact, I'm gonna trick him. Now he sees all of my units there on massing up food, so he should think, oh, he doesn't see my temple though. I should have put up a temple in his line of sight. There we go. I had to waste a little bit of resources with that. Whether it's worth it, I don't know. What the heck is going on with this stupid Aurochs? Five archaic. I've done the 2 town center archaic grab before. Now this is, I don't know where my other town center is actually. It must be pretty far forward. E maps can spawn a little bit differently than Voobly map, so maybe it's where else.
Herr Joes. Mos intem. Burek.
Burek, Mak.
Skopos. Osto. Herr Joes. Must. Burek. Skopos.
Burek. Yuji. Also, Yuji.
Oh, see.
Skopos.
Yuji, es lost. Herr Joes.
Herr Joes.
Yuji. Yuji, lost. Mak. Herr Joes. Burek. 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 Yuji, Skopos. Burek. Skopos. Skopos. Mak. Yuji, lost. Yuji.
Burek. Diat. Yuji. Mos intem.
Burek. Also. Burek. Also. Herr Joes. Burek. Joes. Es lost. Herr Joes. Skopos. Yuji. Burek.
Oh, they can use their special on villagers?
Yuji.
That's interesting.
Herr Joes. Vest.
Yuji. Mak. Mak. Yuji.
Skopos.
Herr Joes. Es lost.
Burek, Mama.
Skopos.
Burek. Osto. Jos.
Yuji. Skopos. Burek mos intum. Es lost.
Burek. Yuji. Eschlost. Herr Joes. Yuji. Schwest. Burek.
Skopos. Mak. Schwest. Mak. Also Schwest.
Yuji. Diat. Herr Joes. Diat. Burek.
Burek.
Yuji.
Herr Joes. Also
Herr Joes. Diat.
Yuji mos intum.
Yuji. Osto. Burek. Osto.
Jos. Uji.
Oh, there's another.
Skopos.
Burek. Osto. Osto. Schwest.
Yuji. Burek lost. Skopos.
Herr Joes. Mak. Osto.
Yuji.
Oh, I don't have a.
Skopos. Yuji.
Burek. Schwest.
Yuji. Yuji. Also Mak. Schwest.
Burek. Eschlost.
Yuji. Schwest.
Skopos.
Burek. Eschlost.
Dang it.
Burek. Uji. Jos. Uji.
Herr Joes. Eschlost.
Building a house too.
Uji.
Yuji. Diat. Burek. Diat.
Herr Joes.
Herr Joes. Osto.
Burek. Uji.
Shouldn't have actually gone out there and then.
Burek. Diat.
Jos. Pilismoke.
Burek. Herr Joes. Lost. Schwest. Burek. Mos intum. Burek. Herr Joes intum.
Burek. Mama. Osi.
Skopos.
Skopos. Herr Joes. Mos
Uji. Osto.
Burek. Yuji.
Burek.
Skopos. Also. Mos intum. Herr Joes. Mos intum. Yuji. Schwest.
Burek.
Jos.
Yuji.
I think I lost some army. I didn't.
Jos. Uji.
Skopos.
Skopos. Yuji.
Uji.
Burek. Mos intem.
Burek.
Herr Joes.
Yuji. Es lost.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Skopos. Burek.
Herr Joes.
Burek.
Herr Joes. Osto.
Burek. Skopos. Yuji. Skopos.
Herr Joes. Most Intom.
Skopos.
Dang it.
Skopos. Burek.
Herr Joes. Osiot. Bur. Most Intom. Yuji. Eschnost. Mak. Eschnost. Eschnost.
Yuji. Marsh. Burek. Skopos. Burek.
Yuji. Schwest. Skopos.
Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Skopos.
Oh, come on.
Herjos.
Burek.
Also. Yuji.
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 Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji. Skopos. Also. Skopos. Yuji.
Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Burek.
Skopos. Herjos.
Skopos.
Osto. Skopos. Skopos. Osto. Schwest.
Burek. Also.
Burek.
Burek.
Herr Joes.
Burek. Herjos.
Burek.
Herjos. Eschlost.
Burek. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji. Skopos.
Oh, keep running.
Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Burek. Yuji.
Also. Burek. Burek. Yuji. Herjos. Eschlost.
Skopos. Skopos.
Herr Joes. Mak. Yuji. Skopos. Bur. Herr Joes.
Burek.
Herjos. Intom. Yuji. Most intom. Also. Most intom.
Herr Joes. Diot.
Burek. Intom.
Skopos. Burek.
Bur. Herr Joes. Bur. Osto. Skopos.
Skopos. Burek. Skopos.
Herr Joes.
Skopos.
Diot. Yuji. Diot.
Wait for me there.
Skopos. Yuji. Skopos. Skopos.
Diot. Mak.
Burek.
Skopos. Mak. Yuji.
Yuji. Skopos. Burek. Yuji. 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 Skopos. Skopos. Yuji.
Diot.
Should be another one back here.
Skopos. Skopos. Diot.
Skopos.
Oh,
Yuji. Also. Most intom.
Burek.
Herjos. Diat.
Yuji.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Yuji. Most Intom.
Yuji.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Yuji.
Mak. Most Intom. Yuji.
all right.
Herjos. Yuji.
Skopos.
Skopos.
Yuji. Burek.
Herjos. Lost.
Skopos. Yuji.
Skopos.
Skopos. Yuji.
Skopos.
Skopos. Skopos. Skopos. Skopos.
Bur.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji. Voliat. Schwest. Skopos. Eschlost. Yuji. Eschlost.
Yuji. Most Intom. Most Intom. Skopos. Mak.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Herjos. Mak. Voliat. Herjos. Schwest.
Skopos.
Okay.
Yuji.
Oh, why these are taking a long walk over here?
Herjos.
Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Yuji.
What's up, Blade Runner?
Burek.
How you feeling?
Skopos. Yuji. Yuji, schloss. Skopos,
Herr Jos, es lost.
Yuji, schloss. Skopos,
Herr Joe.
Volia.
Skopos.
Skopos,
Skopos.
Yuji,
Burek lost.
Burek.
Yuji, schloss.
Yuji. Burek.
Osto. Diot.
Burek, Yuji,
Skopos. Burek. Skopos. Skopos.
Burek, Osma. Yuji, Ma. Yuji. Yuji, Burek, Ma.
Yuji, schloss.
Burek, Yuji.
Skopos, schloss. Skopos, schloss.
Skopos. Skopos.
Yuji, schloss.
Herr Joe.
Osto.
Yuji. Diot.
Burek, Ma.
Skopos.
Burek,
Yuji.
Ah, shoot. I forgot I had all these here.
Burek.
Yuji,
Burek.
Oops.
Skopos. Skopos.
Burek. Yuji.
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 If I wouldn't have lost them by forgetting I had them.
Burek. Skopos. Herr Jos. Also.
Yuji, Skopos, Ma. Yuji, Yuji,
How much does it cost to time shift it?
Herr Jos. Yuji.
Yuji, schloss. Burek, schloss.
Burek. Mak. Most.
Herr Diot.
Yuji.
Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji.
Burek. Yuji. Mak.
Herr Joe.
Skopos,
Skopos.
Skopos. Es lost. Burek. Most.
Burek.
Osto.
Yuji.
Yuji.
Schloss.
Skopos. Yuji.
Herr
Yuji.
Joe.
Burek. Yuji.
Skopos. Skopos.
Herr Jos.
Skopos, schloss.
Burek, Yuji. Yuji.
Skopos, schloss. Yuji,
Yuji.
Dang it.
Burek, schloss.
Yuji. Skopos. Skopos. Most intum.
Skopos.
Intum.
Skopos. Intum. Burek. Most intum.
Skopos.
Yuji, schloss.
Skopos. Yuji. Intum.
Yuji. Yuji.
Herr Joe's.
Mak. Mak.
Yuji,
Herr Jos.
Yuji.
Osto.
Herr Jos.
Burek, Yuji, Burek,
Burek.
Burek, schloss.
Herr
Skopos.
Joe's.
Schloss.
Mak. Diot.
Herr Jos. Burek. Yuji. Most intum.
Skopos,
Burek. Es lost. Mak. Most intum.
Burek, Yuji. Skopos,
Herr Jos.
Yuji. Yuji.
Yuji, schloss. Yuji,
Jos.
Okay.
Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Burek.
Burek, schloss.
Herr Joe's.
Mak.
Herr
Yuji.
Joe's.
Yuji. Yuji.
Yuji.
Schloss.
Diot.
Burek. Yuji.
Herr
Yuji.
Joe's.
Burek. Mak.
Skopos, Yuji, schloss. Skopos, Ma.
Burek. Yuji.
Herr Jos.
Skopos.
Dang it.
Yuji.
Burek, Yuji.
Burek. Yuji.
Yuji.
Skopos, poroflas. Ma.
Skopos.
Skopos,
Skopos. Diat.
Yuji.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Skopos, schloss.
Why is my half my army down there?
Skopos, Yuji. Yuji, Burek, schloss. Schloss. Burek, Yuji, schloss. Yuji, Yuji, Ma.
Herr Jos.
Herr Joe's.
Skopos. Es lost. Herr Jos. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji.
Yuji,
Skopos. Mak. Burek. Most intum. Also.
Yuji.
Osto. Schloss. Schloss.
Burek, schloss. Yuji,
Herr Jos.
Herr Joes.
Skopos. Burek.
Burek, Yuji. Os, Yuji.
Skopos. Skopos.
Skopos. Eschlosto.
Skopos. Mak. Burek. Mak.
Skopos.
Yuji. Mak. Yuji.
Oh, that's not my time shift hotkey.
Burek. Mak. Schloss. Mak.
Osto.
Diat.
Burek. Mak.
Burek. Mak. Mos intum. Mak. Skopos. Eschlost. Eschlost.
Burek, Yuji. Yuji. Os, Yuji.
Mak. Schloss. Schloss.
Jos.
Herr Joes. Eschloss.
I feel like I'm lagging here.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Skopos. Schloss.
I have a
Burek. Os, Yuji. Yuji.
what a dumb game, huh? Oh, I forgot I need to get this upgrade. That sucks.
Yuji.
Skopos. Intum.
Jos. Os.
Yuji. Schloss.
No wonder they're so weak. I forgot you need to get medium perma.
Burek. Yuji.
Jos.
Skopos. Yuji. Schloss. Yuji. Skopos. Skopos. Schloss. Mak. Schloss. Yuji. Schloss. Burek. Schloss.
Mos inter. Osto.
Yuji. Yuji.
Skopos. Burek. Eschlost. Mak.
Skopos.
Ah, shoot. They're not supposed to stop like that.
Yuji. Mak.
Eschlost. Mak. Yuji.
Os, Yuji. Yuji.
Might have been G. Hey,
Yuji.
sure.
Eschlost. Diat.
Bure. Yuji.
Jos.
Skopos. Yuji. Yuji.
Herr Joes. Osto. Osto.
Yuji. Eschlost. Diat.
Yuji.
Burek. Mak. Skopos.
Bure. Diat. Skopos. Eschloss. Osto. Herr Joes. Yuji.
Oh, shoot.
Eschlost. Mos intum.
Mos inter.
Skopos. Schloss. Yuji.
Skopos.
Burek. Schloss.
I don't know why he's coming in like this, but I like it.
Burek. Eschlost.
Burek. Yuji.
Herr Joes.
Skopos. Yuji.
Burek.
Yuji.
Herr Joes.
Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji. Diat. Yuji. Mak. Herr Joes. Mak.
Burek. Yuji. Burek. Ma. Yuji.
Burek.
Yuji. Yuji.
Herjos.
Skopos.
Bure. Osto. Diat.
Burek.
Burek.
Jos. Ma. Yuji. Yuji.
Ooh, it's not a good fight for him.
Herr Joes.
Yuji.
Jos.
Burek. Yuji. Skopos.
Bure. Osto.
Yuji. Schloss. Burek. Ma. Yuji. Schloss. Yuji. Ma.
Oh, I probably wasted.
Yuji.
Burek. Burek.
Curse earlier.
Skopos.
Skopos. Ma.
Herr Joes.
Yuji.
Herr Joes. Yuji.
Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Ma. Yuji.
Yuji. Eschlost.
Yuji. Burek. Schloss. Skopos. Schloss.
Herr Joes.
Skopos. Yuji. Burek. Schloss. Burek. Skopos.
Skopos. Osto.
Burek.
Yuji. Herr Diat. Herr Joes. Mos inter. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Diat.
Burek. Skopos. Schloss.
Yuji.
Yuji. Burek. Schloss. Yuji.
Burek. Eschlost.
Yuji. Voliat.
Herr Jos.
Burek. Ži.
Burek.
Yuji.
Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji. E porofras. Burek. Šlo. Yuji.
Herr Jos. Burek.
Herr Jos. Also Yuji. Fiat.
Herr Jos.
Oh, he's up Hephaestus. That's nice. Don't know if I can come back.
Skopos.
I should have waited for chaos. It was kind of a low value.
Skopos.
Herr Yuji. Skopos. Burek. Skopos.
Because now I don't have any way to kill the.
Yuji.
Skopos.
Yuji.
Burek. Šilo smokej.
Jos.
Oh.
Skopos. Yuji. Ma. Burek. Yuji. Ma.
Also lost.
Skopos.
He's on there.
Skopos. Skopos. Smokej. Ma.
He's gonna have a Colossus coming in soon.
Herr Jos.
Yuji. Šilo smokej. Skopos. E porofras.
Burek. Yuji.
Burek.
Oop.
Yuji. Lost. Also Yuji. Lost.
Skopos. Yuji. Burek. Ma.
Where's my? Oh, there he is.
Goliath. Also
Yuji. Ma.
Skopos. Yuji.
I thought the
Yuji.
Skopos.
this all was just from the early pressure. What it came down to. And I just couldn't quite get gold early. And then I couldn't defend my gold mine. And then by the time I stabilized, he probably had a ton of bills because I never was able to raid him at all. I feel like though he lost quite a few. I mean, at 30 to 15 villagers, he'd probably win at that point. I think, though, the problem... Yeah. My military comp was kind of crappy. The one downside when you're in a situation like that and you got 2 town centers, you really can't afford to make, like, Murmillo. Not many of them. My armory upgrades sucked. What upgrades did he have? Yeah, that's also slow in getting upgrades. But see, even though I have 2 towns, I'm not ahead in economy. A little bit, but not much. Skill loss is pretty even, but it's just. The early push, that's what you open yourself up to when you do the 2 town center. Is your gold is pretty rough if they pressure it earlier. And then of course, because I went Leto and Automaton take gold, I couldn't even make Automaton. That was the whole reason I went Leto. I couldn't even make them. Anyway, what time is it? I think I got it. I could play one more. Oh, anybody want to play a game? I could play one more. That was good of him to check that town center, though. Even though I showed him a temple, he still checked the town center. So maybe he didn't fall for the ploy. that I was not making that I was going to town center. Ah, luck. Yeah, see, I showed you the temple to make you think I wasn't going to town center. Of course, I had to waste a little bit of resources building the stupid thing, but I was hoping that would keep you from checking my town center. In the end, you went there anyway. I tried real hard to be tricky, and it didn't even matter. Anybody else want a quick game? I don't often head over to Extended Edition because it's kind of laggy. Yeah, I knew you'd want to see if I was crushing or not. I could just go. People want me to go Chinese, so we'll go Chinese. How's Extended Edition laggy? Well, it's not very well optimized. So for people like me who don't have top of the line computers, it lags. So for like me, there's a I don't know. My comparison is like playing a game on an emulator where there's like input lag. And I also have some performance, like you probably can see it on the stream where it's pretty choppy. People always want the Chinese games. I don't know if I'll be able to find one. It's hard to tell if there's really people like searching for a game or not. But yeah, if Hannibal Barca were here, play some Chinese. All he ever was. So yeah, I prefer the original. It runs a whole lot better. It looks better. Pathing is better. I don't know how you can make an updated version but have pathing be worse. Seems kind of weird. Not that this is a original versus EE. I mean, play where you have more fun. I have more fun on AOT because it just plays a whole lot better for me. And it's where the competitive players play, and I prefer that. Not that there's anything wrong with casuals, but keep hitting cancel and search and around here. Yeah, AoE 3 DE is the same thing. It seems like they're starting to turn that around. I mean, every upgrade that was AoE 2 is the same thing. The Definitive Edition is also the same. It's like every time they update it, it's like a lot worse. At this point, if you want the game, you should just get it off the internet. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to find versions of it. Oh, what god am I? Now, why in the world do I start with so much resources? Alright, the question is, how close can I? Sweet. What is this, right? Up to 4 fallen peasants. Oh, there's... I'm sure somebody will give you a... somebody will send you a link. I need more on food? Boy, this game is super laggy. I think 3 should be fine with Hunt.
什么事？
Maybe not.
是的，遵命。
什么事？出发。是的，出发。
有什么吩咐？
是的，有什么吩咐？好的，好的，有什么吩咐？出发。好的，是的。
I don't know if he legs, I leg, or we both leg.
有什么吩咐？
是吗？是吗？
It's probably both.
是的，什么事？好的，是的，好的。出发。什么事？出发。好的。
是吗？准备好了。
Oh, I misclicked onto the.
有什么吩咐？是的。
什么事？有什么吩咐？出发。好的，有什么吩咐？遵命。好的。
是的，准备好了。
准备好了，遵命。
Kind of screwed myself with misclicking the
什么事？
Aurochs.
有什么吩咐？出发。出发。
Wait till you see what my water does. Once there's boats fighting, my water goes bonkers.
是的，遵命。好的，出发。什么事？遵命。遵命。遵命。出发。出发。出发。好的，出发。有什么吩咐？好的，遵命。准备好了。出发。出发。
有什么吩咐？
What god was he? I don't even. Oh, he used Great Hunt, so he must be Odin.
好的，出发。遵命。好的，遵命。出发。
有什么吩咐？是的。准备好了。
有什么吩咐？出发。
What god is this? It's Nuwa. I don't usually play extended edition, so I thought I'd
有什么吩咐？
yeah,
出发。
we'll
准备好了。
try out the
有
old.
什么吩咐？遵命。出发。遵命。
It's too bad. This is kind of a boring map to play Chinese on. You really don't do anything else than what you'd normally do.
遵命。好的，出发。是的，出发。遵命。出发。好的。
The god power revives up to 4 fallen peasants. It's kind of one of the dumber ones, I'd say.
什么事？
有什么吩咐？出发。
Just as far as game mechanics. Something a god power like that really shouldn't exist.
好的，好的。
It's kind of
有什么
dumb.
吩咐？是的，遵命。
But I like a lot of the Chinese god powers. I thought a lot of them had some pretty interesting ideas.
是的。好的。什么事？出发。什么事？矿工。有什么吩咐？
有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？樵夫，出发。
It's a long wood line. I don't know
什
why
么
I
事？
set it
是的，
down
是
there.
的。遵命。矿工，是的。
Oh.
有什么吩咐？好的。
You're right. The meta does seem kind of small.
有什么吩咐？出发。遵命。好的。什么事？好的。遵命。出发。好的。
Yeah, Chinese is kind of like it's almost like a mod in a way.
什么事？好的，出发。
Which
遵命。
it's okay. I guess I should build gardens,
是
huh?
吗？是的，好的，是的，是的。
Oh, they patched it. I mean, it compared to what it used to be, like
有什么？
Extended Edition was essentially unplayable for several years.
什么事？是的。出发。出发。出发。什么事？
Like for years, I couldn't have like even remotely come close to playing on this.
是的。有什么吩咐？是的。准备就绪。
准备好了。好的。是的。矿工。
Too
什
random.
么事？是的。好的。出发。出发。好的。好的。出发。遵命。出发。什么事？准备好了。遵命。
Oh, how about I make
有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？什么事？遵命。准备好了。好的。遵命。出发。
是吗？是的，好的，是的。
有什么吩咐？是的。什么事？有什么吩咐？准备好了。好的。有什么吩咐？什么事？准备好了。有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？开战！准备就绪。遵命。什么事？是的。 发，遵命。什么事？准备好了。是的，是的。准备好了。
I fall back just a little bit here.
有什么吩咐？准备好了。有什么吩咐？遵命。出发。好的，出发。有什么吩咐？
Does this thing do a special attack or anything? No. Rams things with its head.
有什么吩咐？准备好了。什么事？有什么吩咐？是的。什么事？出发！出发！遵命。出发！什么事？准备好了。什么事？什么事？什么事？
So how does barrage work against boats? Is it decent? Bad? Good? Otherwise?
是的，好的。
准备好了。好的，遵命。什么事？有什么吩咐？遵命。出发！准备就绪。是的。
Don't think I
有
need
什
it.
么吩咐？
Yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate map to get this on.
是的。什么事？有什么吩咐？是的。有什么吩咐？有什么吩
You
咐？
pulled back the boat.
出发！出发！
Oh,
出发！遵命！出发！遵命！遵命！好的。有什么吩咐？准备好了。有什么吩咐？
有什么吩咐？遵命。
什么事？是吗？是吗？矿工。
准备好了。什么事？遵命。出发。准备好了。
mm.
是的。是的。是的。什么事？好的。
是吗？好的。矿工。
有什么吩咐？是的。好的。准备好了。
I don't know if it works or not. Oh man.
准备好了。是的。有什么吩咐？什么事？什么事？什么事？是的。什么事？
So, do junks, they statistically different?
是的。
They have more hit points, it looks like.
什么事？什么事？
什么事？遵命。准备好了。是的。
有什么吩咐？什么事？是的。
是吗？是的。
有什么吩咐？准备好了。有什么吩咐？是的。什么事？准备好了。什么事？什么事？有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？是的。准备好了。是的。
准备好了。出发。好的。是的。出发。遵命。遵命。出发。
是吗？
What the heck?
是的。
Like, I don't know why. I seem like I miss waypoints a lot on
是的。
Extended Edition.
是的。准备好了。什么事？是的。有什么吩咐？准备好了。准备好了。
准备好了。遵命。矿工。
有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？什么事？
什么事？出发。遵命。出发。樵夫。
准备好了。有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？什么事？
How good is barrage on boats?
有什么吩咐？准备好了。什么事？
Work okay?
是的。有什么吩咐？准备好了。有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？准备好了。是的。有什么吩咐？
什么事？
是吗？是的。是的。
是的。有什么吩咐？准备好了。
什么事？
什么事？出发。猎人。
I can kind of double up on this though.
有什么吩咐？
是吗？准备好。
Oh, they're defaulting to gold. I don't need that.
有什么吩咐？
He should probably try to attack my base or
有
my
什么吩咐？是的。
my water at this point.
准备好了。
是吗？
什么事的？遵命。
有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？
All right, let's try it.
什么事？有什么吩咐？什么事？什么事？有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？准备好了。
This work? All right.
什么事？
Hits my screen like crazy.
神仙，有什么吩咐？
Wow, it actually did 140 damage at one point.
什么事？遵命。
准备好了。好的。是的。
Really brave.
准备好了。是的。有什么吩咐？准备好了，遵命。准备好了。有什么吩咐？
准备好了。
有什么吩咐？
Age up yet? Almost.
是的。出发。
准备好了，出发。
准备好了。
Don't find that town center. I'm building right outside your face. Oh man.
准备好了。
是的。
什么事？好的。有什么吩咐？什么事？遵命。好的。
有什么吩咐？出发。
什么事？
有什么
All
吩
right.
咐？
What's my heroic gauge
有什么吩咐？
siege unit?
什么事？什么事？是的，遵命。矿工。
什么事？什么事？是的。
有什么吩咐？遵命。是的，好的。是的。
Oh, stop it. What are these? Plus 10% movement speed. Oh, that's pretty good.
什么事？
Basically makes me a Kronos.
准备好了。
准备好了。
What do I get siege in here, right?
出发。是的。是的。什么事？
是的。有什么吩咐？
He took my time.
有什么方向？准备好了。
有什么吩咐？命。有什么吩咐？好的。是的。准备是的。
有什么吩咐？矿工。
有什么吩咐？樵夫。什么事？遵命。好的。是的。樵夫。
Hello, Albert. 97. See, now his army's kind of in the wrong spot.
什么事？是的。有什么吩咐？有什么吩咐？
I mean, what are they gonna do down here?
是的。是的。
Oh, the lizard can swim, can it?
是吗？出发。
Did I get my last gold upgrade? I didn't.
什么事？
有什么吩咐？准备就绪。什么事？开战！什么事？是的。
Oh, that's it. GG. Well, I guess, I mean, meta plays the same no matter what god you are. So it's kind of pointless. You know, if you want to try a new god, see how it works. But I have my gold eco probably before you set it, but after the delay. All right, well, I'm gonna be done for now. China abuse. Yeah, Hannibal. See, I knew you'd want to see it. See a little Chinese.
准备好了。
How much damage do these guys do? Anyway. Crush damage. 12 crush. It's not much. Jade Rabbit, that's a nice pack. Oh, they're... Wait a minute. Okay, so Heavy Castle improves it. You subscribed. Well, it works. Yeah, thanks. Subscribing works. Who would have thought it? All right. Hold on here. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to call it just a little bit, but let's see. Hey, Hannibal, how you doing, my friend? So the other day, Boyd showed a picture. A jolly man with the follow. He showed a picture of himself as a young lad with hair. The funny thing is, I was looking at old pictures of myself and I really look a lot different. I just look older. But let's see. You just got here. Oh, sorry. I've been streaming for a bit. This has been kind of long, actually. Yeah, he's got all that hair. He looks so ridiculous. It doesn't even look like him. Oh, I should show you guys. So, remember last year? I don't know if you remember. Oh, I should. Maybe I can't talk too loud because Cam will wake up. But I'm setting up a train trip to Kansas City. But can't talk about it too loud or he'll hear about it. You have to watch the VOD. I was only one game of Chinese. Only one game. But man, I can show you guys if you want. I can show you guys an old picture. You know, since we're feeling Boyd feeling nostalgic and had an old picture, I can show you guys. I don't know. I think the oldest picture I have on my computer is like 12 years ago. But oh, I can't. Oh, dang it! I just closed my thing. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys this Airbnb. I don't know if you guys do Airbnb or if Airbnb exists where you live. But man, I love it. I love it. Oh, this is the wrong one. But anyway, let's see. When you use it? I better not show you this or you're gonna book it when I'm gonna be there. So this looks like what I'm gonna use. Hold on here. Let me show you guys real quick. Tiny house living in the heart of Kansas City. It's this little place. It looks nice. Kind of weird paint job, but that's all right. It's above a garage. Man, wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, it's pretty close to downtown Kansas City. It's pretty cheap too. So we're gonna take a train there. Let's see. So for 3 nights, $269. And the train tickets right now, they're on sale for half off. $35 each way. So $140 there and back. $269 for housing. I can get through that with I can get out of here with a 3-night trip with Cam for like $550. Can't go wrong with that. Check the sheets first. Oh man, who would want to do anything to me and Cam? So yeah, that's the plan I've got going on right now. But all right, let me see if I got a place to send you guys off to. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, I got a YouTube channel. If you haven't been around, a few new faces tonight. I got all my old videos there. There's way too many. TV way too. Oh yeah, whatever. When Cam gets up, we're going to finish our last round of Wingspan, which is on the table behind me. I like board games. Camden does too. So we'll get that done soon. And oh, actually, guys, bad news. I forgot to say this too. This is my last night shift stream in 4 months. So I'm going to have a little bit of a different stream schedule coming up. I don't know how it's going to work. I doubt I'll want to wake up at this time and stream. So I'll probably be streaming in like evening America time. That's how I'll be kind of busy actually. So there won't be as many streams coming up this summer. So I'll be on summer day shift, which is the first time in a little bit. So I got things to do with the fam. But all right, let's see see where I can send you guys off to. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks, Cameron, for the subscription. I don't think I missed anybody else. Let me see. Make sure. Oh. A few new follows. Appreciate all that too. And let's see who I can send you guys to. Let's see. I can send you to OG Nenny J, but speak English. Oh, this guy. His name of his stream is just Zeus. Send you guys to him. So I'll catch you guys in a few days. Next week, me versus Dauber. It'll be my last regular season game, and then maybe playoffs. I think I'm good for playoffs, but we'll see. It depends on how things go with the other players. Promotions, technically. But catch you guys later. Have a good weekend. I will be working all weekend. So, yay me. Oh, chatty. See you guys.